Hello, everybody. This is Darren Redmond for Redmond's Wrap Up, Friday, October 5th. A lot of sports activities last night. We'll go through that rather quickly and talk about all the action we have going on today. Last night, as I said right here on Redmond's Wrap Up, the Brewers and the Rockies may play an extra inning game during this best 3 out of 5. Happened right away. I'm calling the Brewers to win this series. They went up 1-0. With a win in extra innings. There was a couple of opportunities for some bunting. In fact, one, if you follow FHT on Twitter, I even mentioned at a point, this might be a great time to bunt. There wasn't a bunt. Looked almost like a ground rule double, a double, just went foul. Great play by both teams. The opener and having, instead of a starter and having a bunch of relief pitchers come in, worked for the Brewers last night for 8 innings and then almost blew up in the face in the 9th. When you have somebody who's shutting down your team, sometimes you have to stick with them, even if your plan is to use a bunch of relief pitchers. But the Brewers got the win. So, what'll happen today? I wouldn't be surprised if Colorado ties the series going back to Colorado. But again, I have the Milwaukee Brewers winning this series. LA Dodgers. The Atlanta Braves, and they had a very fine season, don't get me wrong. They just reek of, hey, we're just happy to be here. Where's a lollipop? Can I get a stuffed animal? And thank you for allowing me to go to Disney for the day. That's how I feel they are this year in the playoffs. Next year, they might do some deeper damage. Kershaw is set to put his foot on the neck of the Atlanta Braves today and put them down 2-0 going back to Atlanta. So that's what I expect to see today. 6-0 whitewashing yesterday. The home run ball early and often from the LA Dodgers. LA is on a mission, thinking that they should have won the World Series last year. And the Braves, you're just in the way. Last night in the NHL, real quick, my Rangers took the ice. They lost 3-2 to Nashville. Game 1, folks. Game 1. It was nice to see Colorado with a nice victory. It's so early in the season. I know people, they want to come up with big things and talk back and forth. It's math. It's how many wins do you get by the end of the season. No team has gone undefeated. You always want to see your team win. But if you're looking at this thing from an analysis that says, how do I get myself to the playoffs? One game's one game. So root for their teams. You'll hear a lot more about the NHL ongoing. You'll always hear it from the hockey guru and maybe from Uncle Tony. But it's a marathon. And then just getting into the playoffs, it becomes another marathon in the playoffs. There's no playoff system like NHL hockey. Second closest is baseball. So last night, I also told you, and again, this is why you stick with Redmond's Wrap Up. Not that I'm always right, but mostly I am. I told you Tom Brady will just demolish the Colts. Andrew Luck, you have people already in the morning trying to say he outplayed Brady. And you know me, I'm not a Brady fan, but I respect what he does. Andrew Luck is short on the ball. He's not very good right now. He's not trash. He's getting better. He's coming off of injury. But he's continually bouncing the ball, short arming the ball, throwing it over people's heads. This game was actually closer than I thought. I thought that the Patriots were going to have a yawn fest. 500 touchdowns to Brady, nice job. So, we have 4 baseball games today in the Major Leagues. We have the Indians and the Astros. Astros defending that World Series title. I think that they are just going to annihilate the Indians. 4 games. If it went 5, I wouldn't be totally shocked. And you might say, wait a minute, Darren, it's a 5-game series. How are they annihilating them? Because the wins that they would get will be by wide margins. So, I think the Astros win that series over the Indians. It's the first game today. Second game, Rockies over Brewers. I would not be surprised if the Rockies win this game, go 1-1. But again, the Brewers will win this series. Yankees, Red Sox. It's all about the sale. It's all about the sale. Red tag sale, Red Sox sale. Sale gets the victory today at home against the Yankees. Then the Red Sox win the series. If they don't, David Price has had a bit of a choke. Bit of the apple. Who's your daddy with the Yankees? Not very good against the Yankees. Puts them in a big bind. If you had to, it's really pick 'em. This is a pick 'em series. But if I had to choose one, I see the Red Sox beating the Yankees. Why? Home field advantage. and they just were a little better overall this year. Both places is a bandbox. Pop fly home runs all day from both teams is what it is. So I see the Red Sox, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees win as well. Kind of a pick 'em, but I see the Red Sox winning this. Sale has to win today for the Red Sox. Lastly, Brewers over Dodgers. We talked about this kind of already. Kershaw puts his foot on the neck of the Braves, and they cry uncle. And Dodgers win this game, go back for the sweep against the Braves, and then rest very nicely to see who will play in the NL Championship Series. That's what I see there. More NHL action. Again, if your team goes 0-2, goes even 0-3, you don't like it, but it's no big deal. It's the amount of wins that you get. I'm actually a bigger believer when you get those nice wins in January and February, when most teams are kind of resting. But let's see what happens. Again, it's simple math. We will talk NFL. We have Fresno State coming up this weekend. Just a lot of action. So stay here. You got the baseball understanding, got the baseball picks. You know what's going to go on. This is Darren Redmond for Redmond's Wrap Up. Put a bow on it. I wrapped it up.